Now, after months of sleeping in classroom blocks and makeshift shelters, some flood victims in Mepe in the North Tongue district of the Volta region still sleep in tents, despite the government's promise of relocating them to permanent housing camps. The residents say only 20 government-built structures are being constructed, although over 12,000 residents were affected in Mepe during the Akosombo Dam spillage last year. Citi News' Volta regional correspondent Desmond Selassie Ago was in the community and comes through with this report.
This is St. Kizito Senior High School in Mepe, which provided shelter for over 1,000 flood-affected residents. Today, the school has resumed normal operations, with some displaced residents returning to their homes, while others remain in various community camps. But some affected students who had their homes submerged say they still stay with their friends.
The flood came, I was not around. It's one of my colleagues who came and picked out my things. So when I came, most of my things got missing, especially my books. I can't find some of them. So now I'm with one of my friends, my classmates. I'm pleading if they could help us with the things that are missing.
It affected our family, so they called us to that place. Before we came back, it have affected. It have taken our place, so we didn't take most of our things. And right now, I'm staying with my colleague in town, and my parents are still in camp. The camp and this place is far, so I have to come and stay with my colleagues.
Assembly member for the Mepe electoral area, Amos Ahosubolo, in a Citi News interview says school activities have returned to normalcy, with the flood-affected residents moving out.
This is St. Kizito, Mepe St. Kizito Secondary School. Initially, this place has been created as a safe haven by VRA and NADMO for the people of Mepe. So after the flood, or before the flood, they realized that school cannot be in section. That is the day we were taken over by the water. So after that, authorities put a stop to schools, or schools were closed down. But after the water has receded, they've now, school now is back to a section. School is back to section, and the people were relocated. Part of them were at Aveima, part of them too were at a place where it's created, Holy Christ area. That was where it was created by Honorable Kujetu Abrakwa with its partners, including the former President John Mahama. And also part of them are at the government Camp 1 and Camp 2. So they were relocated, so school is back to section.
Meanwhile, several months after the flood, some affected persons still stay in tents in camps. The camps in the Gome house over 200 affected residents who say their living conditions are far from ideal.
Actually, we are suffering about our tents. Now we are in the rainy season. If you can see, some people are washing things outside. If there's a rain there, we can't sleep. So actually, we are suffering. So we are begging. We hear that the government to do something, or they are building for us. We don't know whether out of our household, 45. We don't know where we going there. We don't know. So we are suffering.
Assembly member for the Mepe electoral area, Amos Ahosubolo, spoke to Citi News on the housing project and called for proper implementation to ensure all affected residents are catered for.
I'm not a happy man as assembly member of the area. I'm not happy in the sense that most of our people that were affected, including me myself, how can you give us 20 units? Can this accommodate 12,000 people that were affected? No, definitely no. So it's woefully not enough. Government to try to re-strategize their plans, because initially what they promised us was 100 units. Little did we know that today they will be giving us 20 units. Later on, with my investigation, I've realized that part of it has been sent to Aveima, part of it to other areas of the North Tongue. But imagine that Mepe is the hardest hit, and you are giving us 20 units. How can the people survive with this? And look at the size of the building. If it is 3 bedrooms, a living, and a porch, are they saying that a small distant room like this, I'm having a 6 children with a wife, and then including me myself. So if you give me an apartment like this, can it survive me? No. So I think the engineers, the planners or whatever, if they have to re-strategize.
Affected residents here in Mepe in the North Tongue District of the Volta region say the 20-unit structures being built by government here is woefully inadequate and are calling for a more robust measure, such as making their homes more stable or more concrete enough for them to live in, rather than come here, which is not adequate to accommodate all or over 12,000 affected residents. They are calling on government again to, as a matter of urgency, come to their aid and see to their needs. Reporting for Citi News from Mepe in the North Tongue District of the Volta region, I'm Desmond Salasiago.